Oh no.
What up, y'all? So today we're fixing the valve cover on a 2.4 Hyundai and Kia motor. To do that, you have to take the GDI pump off, which is a high pressure fuel pump. So we need to replace that gasket while we're at it. Here's a quick how-to.
Anymore.
Step 1, get to the valve cover. That was easy. Step 2, pull that off. It's not even necessary, but we're gonna put it back. And we're gonna disconnect all these sensors. After we get these sensors disconnected, I'm gonna pop this off. It's pretty easy. This guy, wrap a towel around it because be careful. It's got like 66,000 PSI on it. 6,600, my bad. And then pop those 2 bolts off. That's hot as shit. Coil packs surrounding. Replace, repeat. So these clips are kind of weird. You got to pull this red safety tab back. Once it's open enough, it'll click into place. That. Then you can squeeze it and pull it off.
Jokey got the sauce, bitch.
Alright, so this guy here is what we're taking off first. You can see we got to put the pick in there in between, basically in between here and here, and pry back. You'll hear a little click. Towards the end, what we'll do is push in, and that'll release the hose here, and we can pull it completely off. Then also we've got a towel wrapped around this because it's going to spew fuel. Like I said, it's got quite a bit of pressure on it. That one's a 19 millimeter. Woo! Woo! Yeah, this thing was brittle. In need of replacement. Came off in pieces. It's broken. And we knew it was broken because it was letting something pass the seal, you know.
Oh, get it.
Boom, so we've got our thing. See our thing? Pop that out. That's the GDI seal right there. Okay, so we've installed our new seal here. Next thing that's going on is the valve cover seal, valve cover gasket. Pretty self-explanatory, only goes on one way. The connection goes up here because there's nothing to connect it to down there. So you want to look for that point first. It's a good defining spot. And you can just shove that in and the rest should fit. Yeah, doing this one-handed, but still, you get the idea. Alrighty, so just like that, we got it all back together. Well, not back together, sorry. We got it all back on there and ready to go back together. That's the next step. I'm gonna stop circling. Anyways, we're gonna throw this in there, just in the reverse order of what we just did. Very cake. So you guys see it's nothing. I'm gonna try and get some part numbers maybe for you. Here you go. That's the valve cover gasket, and that's the GDI pump. Okie dokie. So now, might be overkill, but I'm gonna tighten it, starting in the center, working my way towards the outsides from there. Alright, no more valve cover leak. I'm gonna have to connect everything up. I'm gonna spray it all down. Go brake clean. So next we're gonna take our GDI pump, replace it. The important thing with this is when you're tightening it down, you just tighten one side little by little and walk it down very, very snug. You don't want to do much more than that, and you don't want to crank down on one side more than the other, because what it'll do is it'll basically crack it right in there. No es bueno. Cockeyed, and then leaks or cracks. So you just hand tighten them, get them snug, and then we'll tighten them little by little till it's right. So you can see we got our GDI pump all put back together. Try and separate that a little bit. That collar, just make sure it's locked on there. But next thing to do is the coil packs in. We're gonna zap the coil packs in, and we're gonna plug everything back in. Crank vent, intake pressure, whatever the fudge you want to call it, and then all the connectors. So coming to the home stretch. Okay. Cylinder 3, cylinder 2, and cylinder 1. Whoa. Actually gonna pull this off, and then when you start it I can check for leaks. Better. Got everything on there. Yep. Alrighty, no leaks. Okay.